for an original sound.
Hey guys, welcome back to Spirit Hunter Deathmark. Now we're going to pick up our only partner that we've got. So let's go ahead and exit to the North Road. The road runs through a quiet residential area. It's far removed from major crossroads, so it's totally deserted at this time of night. We look a little suspicious wandering around, but no one's here to report us. Yep, this is the place. We were looking for a ghost here. It wouldn't happen to be a woman, wearing white, carrying a statue, would it? Actually, yeah, that was the rumor. I don't really remember the statue bit. So, did you find the ghost? No, we didn't. But Madame Yasuko said she felt a bad presence throughout the entire shoot. You keep mentioning Yasuka. What kind of person is she? Oh, sorry, I forgot to explain. She's a famous fortune teller. Her predictions often come true. They say she's got true spiritual power. This fortune teller knew about the mark. Maybe she was working with Saya Kujo. Yeah, I better email her. I've got to let her know about you and what happened to Dr. Saya. Ai pushes some buttons on her phone. Cell phones are getting pretty common now. In 10 years, everyone will probably own one, old and young alike. Technology evolved so fast, it's amazing. Sorry that took so long. Alright, should we get right down to investigating, Mr. Anon? If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. Alright. Now, once again, I am using a keyboard and mouse for this episode. Each different one I'll probably switch off or whatever I had plugged in at the time. An old vending machine. It doesn't look like it's been restocked in a while, so it's mostly empty. A normal manhole cover. Looks like we need special tools to open it. Huh? This one's got a different design. It's true. It's the only one of an older make. It's covered in rust. Huh. It looks like you can get a hand on it. Can you lift it? I highly doubt it. I'm sure you need special tools to open up a manhole. Wouldn't it just be... Not really. Well, why not just try it? Determination and strength will get you farther than expected. Is that from another one of your songs? Come on, Mr. Anon. You take that side. Okay. 1, 2, 3. The lid lifts and a putrid smell wafts out. I can't believe we actually got it open. The black void stretches deep underground. A rust metal ladder is set into the side of the hole. Does this connect to the sewers? Actually, it doesn't smell like it does. Weird. In the rumor about the white-robed woman, the woman mysteriously vanishes. Could it be that she hid herself down here? Why don't we try going down for a look? What? Are you serious? But I'm in my stage outfit. So you're going to wait up here? No, I'm coming. But, don't you dare look up while you're climbing down. Why don't you go up? Okay. I go down first, and I quickly follows. The rusted ladder creaks when we put weight on it. That doesn't make me nervous at all. We make our way carefully, and it takes us a while to reach the bottom. I feel like this must go farther down than the normal sewer. It's like a secret entrance. Maybe for a secret society's hideout. A's voice bounces off the walls above me. She's probably joking around to stop herself from freaking out. My feet finally reached the solid ground. A concrete passageway stretches out before us. I doubt it's been ventilated in a long time. The musty air is stagnant and heavy, making it slightly difficult to breathe. Definitely doesn't look like a sewer. At least my outfit won't get dirty. But where are we anyway? How should I know? We'll just have to look around. Let's see. Oh! Eek! I suddenly shrieks pitifully and stops in her tracks. Mr. Anon? What is that? She shakily points and I shine my flashlight that way. Something dark and long is clinging to the wall. Is that human hair? But what's it doing here? Trying to get my mic in the right spot. That's a sign that we should get the hell out of here. We move down the rear path. If I climb the ladder, I can get above ground. Don't think so. Move down the rear path. There we go. Wait, no. Can I not go anywhere else? Oh. There we go. I keep forgetting to use the keyboard. Yeah, this really is a game you want to use with a controller. The wall has been discolored by water stains and dust. Going by the fading, it's got to be old. It's an old-fashioned, though well-built, iron door. The paint is chipping in places, so it must be pretty old. Whoa, that door looks ancient. I had no idea there was a place like this under the ground. Oh, could this be some kind of lab? How can she say stuff like that with a straight face? Sure, her innocence is cute, but I get the feeling she's not particularly bright. Well, she is a pop idol. I'm sorry, did I say something bad? No, it's not that. I gave up on I and reached for the doorknob. It's locked. Of course it is. Let's go. I don't want to stay here any longer, so I never get to finish what I'm saying. Holy crap, man. The old man jumps out from the iron door, yelling strangely. Hey, what are you folks doing here? Where are you folks from? Huh? What are you doing on my turf, huh? He's smirking, but his tone is serious. Just then I smell an odd stench. It seems this old man is a homeless guy who's living down here. Nothing really. That's right. We haven't done anything. I know she's trying to back me up, but she definitely doesn't sound convincing. This underground shelter isn't a place for irresponsible layabouts like yourselves. Understand? So leave my turf alone and get out of here. He disappears behind the iron door, and it sounds like he's carefully locked it up again. Man, that surprised me. I wasn't expecting a person to come out. Oh, do you think That guy was homeless? Yeah. Maybe not something you ponder out loud, though. Could it be she's never seen one before? Still, that old man, why did he pop out like that to warn us? If the door was locked, then he shouldn't have to worry about being disturbed. But if I don't know why, then I should probably just do as he says. Let's go. He might come and yell at us again. Yeah. Seems to be locked. So we're gonna go backwards now. Wonder if the hair is still there? Yeah, it is. I do hate the controls for this sometimes. It's emitting a strange red light. There's a box here. Judging from the corrosion, it must have been made a long time ago. I slip my hand underneath the lid and pull with all my might. It pops open with an unexpectedly loud noise. There's a few tools inside, along with what looks like a notebook. Got hammer, hatchet, and red notebook. Wow, it's full of stuff. What does the notebook say? I flip through the notebook with eye. The lettering is very fine. It's impossible to read in such a dark place. You have a flashlight. But what concerns me even more is... What's that smell? A bizarre stench invades my nose, like a mix between tallow, perfume, and blood. It doesn't take me long to figure out that it's coming from the notebook. I can't believe you're holding it. Could you maybe put it away? I think I might puke. I put the notebook in my bag for now. The smell might permeate the other items, but some sacrifices are necessary. We've seen just about everything we can. It seems to be an underground shelter, but with the solid concrete walls, it's not quite like your standard shelter. Well, we didn't find anything on spirits or that woman in the white robe. At least the notebook shows some promise. Too bad we couldn't get more out of that old guy. What's behind that door anyway? That is a very valid question she has. From the moment we entered the shelter, it's been hard to breathe, like there's a noose tightening around my neck. I thought it was because of the still air, but that might not be the only reason. Something in my head throbs. This place, it holds some kind of horrible secret. I'm almost sure of it. Do I somehow know this underground shelter? Mr. Anon? You're kind of spacing out. You okay? You look pale, too. I'm fine. It's nothing. The air in here is pretty bad. No surprise you're feeling sick. Let's head back up for now. We return to the entrance and begin climbing the rickety ladder. When we climb out of the manhole, the breeze that brushes my cheek is refreshing. The unpleasant air that hounded us underground starts to disperse. Words. Miss I finally found you. She's keeping the voice. I'm glad to see you all safe. Oh, Madam Asuka. Good morning. Great to see you. But what are you doing here? I went to Miss Kudo's mansion, but no one answered the door. Then I got your email, so I came here. Still, it is hard to believe that Miss Kudo has passed away. This seems to be the woman that I keeps mentioning. The thick layers of makeup make it hard, but going by her voice, she must be pretty old. I am Tawako Yasuka. Yasuko. You must be Mr. Anon. I read about you in your mark in Miss I's email. It seems you've been working hard to help those who have the mark. Yasuka, how much do you know about the mark? Good question. I'm sure I know less than what you are hoping I do. Miss Kujo told me about a scar like that and asked me what I knew of it. Oh. That's unfortunate. I was hoping for more. I assume it's some sort of curse, though I never thought it would be the work of an inhuman spirit, or that I would become a victim. Yosuka rolls up her sleeve, revealing the mark on her arm. I lived long enough already. I know I have no attachments to this world, but Miss I is still young. Do everything you can to save her. I can't promise anything, but I'll try. I'll need your help as well. I heard you have spiritual powers. Mr. Anon, don't sound so suspicious. I don't care about spirits or ghosts, but she's definitely the real deal. It's natural to be doubtful. It's best not to tangle with spirits if you want to live in peace. However, Mr. Anon, you seem to have some spiritual powers of your own. Have you experienced something no one else has? Yes, a lot. The mysterious voice I hear every so often suddenly comes to mind. I mention it to her. Intriguing. Je ne de... Jean de... Jean... Is it Jean? Jean d'Arc. Jean d'Arc was famous for hearing the voice of God, but usually it's only spirit whispers. It may be an evil spirit or ghost, or even the soul of someone who loves you trying to save you. If it's trying to help me, I appreciate it. If it could give clearer hints. I can do nothing about that. Humans and souls live separately. Imagine a long-distance radio signal, static and garble the message. A soul protecting the one it loves? Aw, how romantic. Mr. Anon, do you have any idea who that soul could be? There's no way I would. I don't have any memories. Even if I did, it's not like there's a way that I'd be able to know. So, what's your plan now? We were going to head back to the mansion. We need to report to Mary after all. Oh, and who might that be? A doll. One that talks even. A talking doll. Not so strange when you consider it's the Koju family we're discussing. She's not surprised at all. Guess it pays to specialize in the supernatural sometimes. Shall we head to the mansion? I'm intrigued by this Mary. Let's look one more time and make sure I didn't miss anything. I feel like I did. Can I mess with that? I want to mess with that. Okay, fine. Don't let me mess with that. It's like, no, you can't mess with that. As Yasuko climbs out of the car, her gaze turns nostalgic as she looks around. It's been a long time. About 20 years now. Back 2 generations of family heads. You've known them a long time, then? Huh. It hasn't been that long. I had a falling out with Marasame, the second last head, and cut ties with them. They didn't even invite me to Marasame's funeral. The last head, Masamune and Saya were kids last time I saw them. Imagine my surprise when Saya contacted me a month ago. Wait a second. First, if it was Marasame, then it was Masamune, and the current head is Saya Kujo, right? They've been 3 heads in 20 years? That's right. Yasuko grimaces. The family is known for their short lives. Accidents or heart attacks, very few live full lives. Gossip says their family is cursed. So, Seiya Kujo didn't escape that fate either. It's probably just coincidence, but there's something about this mansion that tells me I shouldn't be so sure. If it really is a curse, what's causing it? Could it be divine wrath? Oh, Miss I. You've been staring this whole time. Something the matter? Well, there's something. Mr. Anon? Does the Kujo family keep animals out in their yard? No, I don't think so. Oh, then that black rabbit is odd. The rabbit's back again? But what is it doing here? Where did it go? I think it was headed for the building. It had something in its mouth. What was it? I don't know. It's too dark and it was far away. You know that rabbit, Mr. Anon? Kind of. I tell them about the black rabbit I've seen on my investigations. Mary said that it is some sort of spirit residing in it. And now it's suddenly here? What could that mean, I wonder? All at once, my heart starts pounding. I have a bad feeling about this, like something terrible's about to happen. I find myself bolting back to the entrance. Everything looks the same as usual here. Did the rabbit go inside the mansion? I quickly scan the room for it. Mary isn't sitting on the sofa. Mr. Anon? Over here, in the corner. I turn in the direction I is pointing. What's going on? I's voice has an audible shake in it. How the hell should I know? I have to force the words out of my mouth. My voice shakes like hers. Yasuko is silent. Mary lies on the ground, tragically broken. Her beautiful face is smashed to pieces. Next to her lies the rabbit. Its head is twisted unnaturally. Fresh blood stains the floor. Hey, Mary? I called out to her, daring to hope. But I only got silence in response. Mary is dead, though I don't know if you say that for a doll. After that, I and Yasuko helped me pick up Mary's remains as well as the rabbits. We work in complete silence, no one daring to speak a word. Mary is gone. I'll have to face spirits and the mark without her help from now on. Terror and dread threaten to consume me. Will I ever be able to hunt down spirits like I've been doing? What the hell happened here? Did some sort of spirit do this? We know Kudo Mansion isn't necessarily safe from spirit attacks. In fact, Seiya Kujo was killed by Hanahiko. And why did the rabbit come here? The last time I saw it was at H Shrine. Did it travel all the way here after that? And for what purpose? Mr. Anon, a moment, please. I found this while cleaning up. Do you have any idea what it is? She hands me a key ring with a single key on it. The tag attached to it says Master Key. It's the master key to the mansion. But what's it doing here? Miss I did say the rabbit had something in its mouth earlier. It could have picked up this key ring and carried it. Are you saying the rabbit had the master key? It's only a guess. It's also quite possible that Mary had it herself. But Mary said she didn't know where it was. The truth is shrouded in darkness. We can use the key to open up any room in the mansion, right? Is there a place you want to go into? As a matter of fact, there is. There's one place I've been unable to check. The locked room in the southeast corner of the second floor. The room layout looks no different from that of the other guest rooms. What are those tools on the desk? They look pretty strange. That frame over there interests me. I'd like to see the photos inside. There are 2 places of interest. Which one should I check first? The picture frame contains several photos. Marionettes, wax figures, Japanese dolls. They're all photos of dolls. And one of them is a photo of Mary, bare frame. It looks like she was still being put together. When was this taken? There's a pattern on Mary's right arm. Isn't that the mark? But I never saw anything like that on her arm. Plus, this one is a different color from the one us mark bearers have. A black mark? Ours may be red, but somehow this feels even more ominous. That's about all we'll learn from this. I'll check over there next. On the desk is a board lined with tools. There are a variety of sharp chisels and long tools that look like spatulas, all in a row. Next to them are bottles filled with paints and sacks of art books. Are these tools for making dolls? Does that mean Mary was made here? The desk drawers are full of tools as well, but no documents or reports on the mark like I had hoped. I picks up a chisel and studies its handle. This thing? MK is engraved on it. Sayakujo would be SK, so Sayakujo's father was Marasume Kujo, and her older brother, the head before her, was Masami Kujo. Either one would be MK. Yasuka tilts her head in thought. I heard the Kujo family ancestors were tasked with making Buddha statues. I suppose either of them could have been influenced by that. After examining the desk and the frame, we search the rest of the room as well, but we come up with nothing more. Aw, that's too bad. I was expecting an amazing secret. We didn't learn anything more about spirits or the mark here. The only thing left is that diary we found in the shelter. We'll just have to place all our bets on that. We return to the entrance hall. I pull the red notebook out of the bag I left on the floor. The flour and tallow smell assaults my nostrils. I feel like my olfactory senses are shriveling. What is that vulgar stench? I recognize this from when we filmed on Miyamachi North Road. It was only a brief whiff of it, so I thought I'd imagine the smell, but perhaps that's when I received. Asuka scowls at the notebook. If she's right, then this notebook could be connected to the spirit somehow. Inside is the contents of a woman's diary. It almost seems like it was soaked in a pool of perfume. Stains and discolorations make most of the pages unreadable, but the last page seems clean enough, though. The date is from half a month ago. As I wait the fated day, I recall my days as a teacher. The children called me Miss Zoo. Zoo, the keeper of the animals. Probably because I kept so many laboratory animals in the science lab. I got to be surrounded by my beloved animals, my cute little snakes. It was so much more fulfilling than my current boring research. But because of that foolish principal and the fire, the school was shut down. My paradise was stolen from me. I need to take back my paradise. The great Asura has bestowed upon me the wisdom I need to do that. Tomorrow I will die. By the great Asura's abundant mercy, I will be reborn as Miss Zoo, so that I may rebuild my paradise again. It is all as the great Asura has said. Oh, great Asura, 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 Asura. The rest of the pages is filled with Asura. Did she lose her sanity while writing it? Traces of kiss marks cover the names. That combined with the choking perfume, the heavy weight of lust is overwhelming. The dark passion in this notebook thoroughly disgusting. I'd love to burn it to ashes immediately. So this Miss Zoo who wrote this, could she be the woman from the rumors? If she worked in a lab, that would explain the white robe. But I wonder which school she was talking about. She said it was her paradise. Do you have any ideas? I'm wondering if it's this one, since we have seen it before. Yes, I agree. It's the only abandoned school in this area that hasn't been torn down. It may be the paradise she wrote of. If what the diary says is true, and the woman died after she wrote it, this great Asura would have guided her transformation into Miss Zoo. I can't believe a human would choose to become a spirit of their own free will. Is that really possible? She seems fairly confident that she would be reborn, and the notebook being in the shelter might serve as supporting evidence. Perhaps she meant it as a farewell to her life as a human. How sentimental. Miss Zoo? So is she one that gave Madame Yasuko and I the mark? That's where we found the diary, so the spirit must know the place. It would make sense that it comes and goes from there. Then, for whatever reason, it looks like we know where we must go next. Time to go to H Elementary. New info added to the spirit file. The tragedy at Kudo Mansion. Other. So with that, guys, we do have a lot to save. Thank you all for joining me for this episode. And I hope to see you guys again for more Spirit Hunter Deathmark. And if you want to suggest a game, you know you can always do it in the comments section. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.